Hey everybody, Jake here for American Muscle, and in this video we're taking a look at the JLT cold air intake with the red oiled filters fitting 2024 and newer Mustang GT and Dark Horse models. This is a great choice for you S650 GT and Dark Horse owners out there who want a simple and effective way to add some more sound and attitude to your car. This is a really well-engineered setup that is designed to flow more air, but it's not going to require you to tune your car or spend a bundle of money. The fact that Ford switched to a dual throttle body setup for the S650 is pretty darn cool, and something we don't see too often from manufacturers, especially as V8s are going away. But it also means that Ford is already expecting the latest gen Coyote V8 to pull in a lot more air, and JLT is here to help you with that with some bigger, less restrictive intakes, 2 of them. Now, of course, this kit is going to come with 2 filters, 2 big air boxes, and 2 inlet tubes. The boxes are a partially open design, and they're enclosed on the bottom like your factory one. They also seal against the hood using the included weather stripping. So if you pop the hood, they don't look like they're a closed box setup, but they actually are when you've got everything closed up and running. So they are going to do a really good job of isolating these filters from the engine bay heat, and that's exactly what you want, because cooler air means better combustion, and that means more power. And keeping that air that's running across the filters cooler is one of the keys to more power. The boxes come with integrated scoops at the front and some nice rubber connectors here to seal up to the front of the car and pull in fresh, cooler air from outside. That cool air is then sent through the box into these big old filters. Now these are large pleated and oiled filters, and they are decidedly bigger and better flowing than your stock paper ones. So you're gonna get a lot more air flowing through here than you would your stock filter, and that oiled surface is gonna be really good at filtering out even small particulates and dirt. Now having an oiled filter also means that you don't need to worry about replacing it. You can just clean and re-oil these, put them back in, and be on your way. So if you're planning on keeping your car for a long time, or if you live in a place where that filter gets dirty quickly, this is gonna save you some money in the long run. Now all of that cool air is then sent through the filters into these big solid intake tubes. Now these are going to flow a lot better than your factory accordion style intake tubes because they are nice and smooth and solid inside, and because they're solid, they're going to have some more resonance to them. Now that, combined with the bigger filters and the more open air boxes, means that you're going to get a lot more intake noise when you get on it. Things will be pretty sedate when you're just puttering around town, but as soon as you lay into the throttle, you're going to be able to make that thing sing. And that's part of the fun of a cold air intake, in my opinion. Just doubled in this application because you have 2 of everything leading into the intake manifold. Now, one other cool benefit here is that this setup is designed to work on your car without the need for a tune. So you can just bolt all this stuff up and go out and enjoy. However, as I always like to throw out there, if you really want to make the most of any type of breather mods, look into a tune. It's just going to make sure that you can maximize the amount of gains you're going to get out of it. Now when it comes to construction, the filters are a cotton media blend with that oiled surface we were talking about earlier. Both the air boxes and the intake tubes are constructed from texture black ABS plastic. They are roto-molded, so they're each one piece, and that's gonna give them good heat resistance and durability. Plus, they're lightweight too. And you get that weather stripping around the outer edge of the air box, plus the seals for the front end, so everything is gonna seal pretty nicely too. Again, making sure that you're gonna be pulling in a lot of cool air. Now pricing for this kit comes in at about $500, and that's kind of right in the middle of the market at the moment. You are getting a good quality item for your money though, and this thing is absolutely going to sound the business on your car. It's a great place to start your build, or a great addition to other breather mods like an exhaust. So if you want something that's going to make a difference and make driving your car more fun and enjoyable, look no further. Installation is a very straightforward process, and it's going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter. The job should take you around 2 hours to complete. The intakes are a pretty easy thing to install, and definitely something you can accomplish in your garage or driveway. Now we're adding in a little bit of additional time here, since unlike other cars, you have 2 of everything. Now you are going to need to swap over your mass airflow sensors though, so make sure you keep those handy. With that though, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through the install process.
For this install, you need a ratchet, 3/8 extension, 10, 8, 7, and T20 socket, a 19 and 16 millimeter wrench, a clip removal tool, and Phillips head screwdriver. All right, today we're gonna be installing an intake on our Mustang, so let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start at the throttle bodies here. We have 2 clamps. Now both sides are pretty much the same. The only difference are these 2 clips. So we're gonna loosen up our clamps here first. We're gonna grab our ratchet, extension, and 7 millimeter socket. Now we're just gonna take our hoses off. So this one you simply push down the black tab and pull off. This one is the tab on the bottom. Push it over, release. Just a simple push tab over, just like that. Now everything further is the same on both sides. So now we're going to disconnect our mass airflow sensor. Pull back on this white locking tab, push down, pull back, and grab our clip removal tool and just pop our harness off the intake tube there. All right, now on the back side of the intake, you'll see one 10mm bolt holding it down. Grab a ratchet extension, 10mm socket, take that out. Now you go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, then we can pull our air boxes out. Just pull that off the throttle body and lift straight up. All right, now this airbox is hitting this relay here. There's a little release tab. I'll pull that back and lift that up, out of the way, and that'll allow us to get the airbox around the fuse box and pull out of the car. So the only thing we need to take off of our old airbox is our mass airflow sensors. Now they are both the same. We're just gonna grab our ratchet and T20 socket. Just take these two bolts out. Take them out, just pull your sensor straight out. Just go ahead and do that for the other airbox. So now we're gonna start with our driver's side intake pipe. We're gonna put our mass airflow sensor in. So we're gonna have our sensor, have our adapter plate, and then our gasket. Slide those all on. Slide this in place. Then we have our supplied Phillips head screws. Gonna get those started. And grab our Phillips head screwdriver and tighten those down. Now we just have our PCV adapter, so your driver's side will be your larger pipe. So I'll thread that in. And thread that down and grab a 19mm wrench. Just snug that up. All right, now we can move on to the passenger side one. All right, now we're on to the passenger one. We have the same stack up. We have our gasket, adapter plate, and mass airflow sensor. We'll tighten down our Phillips head screws. And then we have our adapter over here. I'm gonna thread that in. And grab our 16mm wrench and snug that up. So now we're gonna grab one of our air boxes and air filters. Now we're gonna put our air filter in our box and it'll come out this hole here so that I can attach to our intake tube. Now this is a tight fit, so you just gotta take your time and just find the right angle. Just work the filter around. And then just make sure it's pulled all the way through. It will seat all the way around, just like that. Then you go ahead and do the same thing for the other airbox. Instead, forget this bottom piece down here. This inlet gasket is just gonna slide over like that. So once you have that and the filter on, you just go ahead and do the same thing on the other airbox. All right, now we're gonna put our airbox in. Just make sure that you have the gasket in the car. We're just gonna slide this in place. Lock everything down, and now we can reinstall our 10mm bolt in the back. All right, so we have our bolt. We're gonna put that in place. Just push down the airbox, grab your ratchet extension and 10mm socket, and tighten that down. Now you can go ahead and do the same thing with the other airbox. Feed our passenger side airbox through. That in place, install our bolt on the back. Be careful you don't touch your ratchet against this positive wire. All right, and just don't make sure you remember, put your relay back in place. All right, so we have our clamp for our filter. We'll just rest that over. Then we have our adapter. We have a larger side and a smaller side. Smaller side will go to the throttle body. So we have our smaller clamp and then our larger clamp. Put that over our intake tube. And we'll put that into our air filter and our throttle body at the same time. If you need to, just work it over the throttle body and then you can pull it back over the intake tube. All right, now we can tighten down all of our clamps. All right, so we're gonna start here. We're gonna grab our ratchet extension 8mm socket and tighten our filter down. You can plug in our mass airflow sensor while we're here. Just push that on and secure the locking tab. Get our PCV hose, push that on, and then our 2 clamps and our throttle body. Let's tighten down on our throttle body first. It's the same thing, it's an 8mm socket. And then on our intake tube. We can go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. All right, so we have our adapter and clamps already on. Same thing into the air filter and throttle body at the same time. Position our clamps and tighten them down. And we have our other PCV hose. Push that on until it clicks. And our other mass airflow sensor, just make sure you push down that locking tab.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install the JLT cold air intake with the red oiled filters, fitting 2024 and newer Mustang GT and Dark Horse models. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things Mustang, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.